Welcome to Prenatal Yoga. If we're just meeting, I'm Casey. Make your way to your yoga mat and slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. No need to rush on your back. Point the toes, extend your arms long, and take a full body stretch. Turn your head to look left and right a couple of times. Flex your feet. Place your hands at heart center, and I'd like you to select an intention involving your baby or babies for today's yoga practice, whatever first comes to your mind. Place a bend in your knees, step your feet to the wide edge of the mat, your pinky toes may touch the floor, place your arms in the T position, lower your knees to the right, take your gaze to the left, and after a moment, lower your knees to the left and take your gaze to the right. No need to rush through this. You're going slow today, listening to your body, focusing on your yoga practice. Next time your knees lower to the right, pause, pick up your right foot and place it just above your left knee. Turn your gaze to look left. Close your eyes. At this point in your pregnancy, you might not be feeling like yourself, and that's okay. Don't beat yourself up. So if words come up today, just tell them, not now, later, not now. Release your foot. Turn your knees to the opposite side. Pick up your left foot and place it just above your right knee. Turn your gaze to look right. Just a gentle stretch in your hips. We won't be doing any deep twists in today's yoga practice. And we're also going to stay off your belly, just in case. Breathe in your nose and out your mouth. Release your foot. Draw your knees into your chest. Create some space between your knees and gently rock back from left to right a couple of times. Massage out your low spine. Close your eyes and focus on the present moment at hand. It's so easy to want to race through this trimester. But all you have is right here and right now. So do your best to focus on the present moment. At this time, grab your pillows, bolsters, or whatever supportive props you're using today. I'm just taking some pillows off the couch. It doesn't have to be fancy. You don't need a whole bunch of yoga stuff to get in a good practice. So place one pillow on each side of your hips, then if you'd like, another pillow under your head. Firmly press into all four corners of your feet and lower your knees down towards the mat. Place your hands on your belly and thank your baby for being a part of you. Repeat something kind to your baby. No need to say this out loud, but in your mind. Close your eyes. Draw your chin down and back and relax into this posture. My voice is going to go away for the next few moments or minutes in order to allow you to draw your awareness inward and focus your attention on your yoga practice. Because remember, you don't need to look like me or your neighbor. You just need to look like you, because you're exactly where you need to be. Lower your hands down towards your outer thighs. Slowly draw the knees into one another. Draw your knees into your chest and gently rock from left to right a couple of times. No need to rush. Your hips were open for a few minutes, so go slow in your counter pose. Close things up. Turn over onto one side. Stack the knees. Place your arms out in front of you. And notice the bottom leg, the knee will stay bent, and the upper leg will lengthen out, but your knees should still touch one another. See? Take a look at the screen. Flex the ankle of your top foot. Meet me in this pose, and then take your top hand and trace it up in front and around, and feel the stretch in your underarm. Exhale, bring the hands to touch. Repeat this movement a couple of times at your own breath's pace. Inhale, open up. Exhale, hands to touch. After you open and close a few times, and you're ready to set up for this posture to hold for a few minutes, find stillness. Choose the position that feels comfortable in your neck today. You can be facing up towards the ceiling or looking in the opposite direction. Because remember, this is your yoga practice, so you should do what feels good in your body. Bring your mind back to the present moment if it has begun to wander outside of this space. Wiggle out your toes. Bring a little bit of movement to your fingers, and then drag the top hand to meet the bottom. Once the palms touch, drag the top hand forward and back a few times. You'll feel a stretch in your upper back. Notice how this feels, this micro movement in your body. Breathe deeply. Breathe slowly. Know that you're in the last seconds of this posture. On your next breath, turn over onto your back, place a bend in your knees. Rest your arms along your sides. Press your shoulders into the earth. Inhale, lift the glutes up. Exhale, lower down. A little bit of movement after all of that stillness. Remember, digest what you just did. Next time the hips lift, pause. At this point in your pregnancy, the world may not know, but you do. You know. Lower the hips down and turn your body into the opposite direction. Place a bend in your knees. If you're using the extra pillow, extend the top leg long. Place your arms out in front of you and take the top hand and trace it in front of you, up and around. Open up the arm and then close. Set this movement into motion. You've been here before, so you know what to do. Next time the arm opens up, find stillness in your body. And remember, if you're holding this posture for a few moments or minutes and your body starts calling you out, come out of it, because there's no need to push yourself. Be gentle with yourself, especially at this stage in your pregnancy. It can be hard for the outside world to understand what's going on in your body. But you know, and you should take care of you and your baby. Wiggle out your toes and fingers. Then on your next breath, take your top hand to meet the lower. Extend the top hand, the fingers to touch the floor, and then palms to touch. Pull it forward and drag it back a couple of times, and feel the stretch in your upper back. This is just a tiny movement, but it's important to stretch all areas of your body. Your body's preparing for a very important task at hand. So take care of it. It can be so hard to just make your way to your yoga mat, but you're here. Flip onto your back. Place a bend in your elbows, your palms to face one another. Engage your glutes. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Go at your own breath's pace, but please, don't flail through this movement. This is not a race. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower your hips down. Place your hands on your belly and tell your baby that you love them, because you do. Extend your legs long, flex your ankles, lift your hands up overhead, clasp the hands together, and turn the head to look left and right a couple of times. After you've turned a few times, find stillness and walk your feet over towards the right edge of your mat. Pick up your upper body and move along the right edge. You'll feel a stretch in your left side body. This is a subtle movement, but important. Keep your ankles flexed. Notice the stretch in your underarms. Close your eyes. Soften the muscles in your face. And remember, always, always commend yourself for making time for you. When this new addition comes, don't shame yourself if you need to ask for help. It's okay. I was told it takes a village, and I didn't understand until I had my firstborn. Bring your awareness to the right now and return to center. Drag your left foot over to the left and the right foot to meet. Pick up your upper body and move it over. You'll feel the stretch in the right side of your body. Does one side feel different than the other? That's okay. You're not passing judgment on yourself. Once again, you're just collecting information, noticing things about your body, acknowledging them, and then letting them pass through you. So close your eyes and breathe deeply. Come back to the words of your intention that you set at the beginning of today's practice. Make your way to center, lower your arms down, press into the floor beneath you, and the easiest way for you, come to hands and knees. If you want to grab one of your pillows and place it in front of you, you can. If not, you don't need it. Press the big toes together. Separate your knees to the wide edge of your yoga mat. Set your hips back onto your heels. Walk the arms forward and take a stretch. Now remember, you don't have to have the pillow. You can have the pillow. It's all about how you're feeling in this stage of your pregnancy. Maybe you feel great. Maybe you're out there doing backflips, or Perhaps you're on the couch and you're resting. It's okay. Every woman has a different experience, and your experience is completely unique to you. So close your eyes, walk your hands a little bit more forward, and please breathe deeply. Inhale through the nose, exhale through your mouth. On your next breath, drag your hands slowly down towards your underarms. Firmly press your palms into the floor beneath you, and then press into the earth and sit up. Remove the pillow if you're using one, and sit onto the ground. Place your feet in front of you. Step your feet hip-width distance apart. Your pinky toes may come up off the mat. Rest your hands behind you and windshield wipe out your hips a few times. Turn your knees to the left and right. Bring a little bit of space in your hips. You know that a lot is going to be going on in this area of the body, no matter how you deliver. Pick up your right foot and place it just above your left knee. Circle your ankle out in one direction. Circle your ankle out in the opposite direction. Breathe in and breathe out. Lower the foot down. Pick up the left foot and circle your ankle in one direction. Notice any sticky spots or anything different compared to the right. And then circle your ankle out in the opposite direction. Go slow. Again, no need to rush through your yoga practice. Release the foot down and come to a comfortable seated position. Draw your hands to heart center. Turn off your alarm if my alarm was going off. And close your eyes. And always, always commend yourself for making time for you. I'm wishing you the best in you and your pregnancy journey. Let me know what kind of yoga videos you'd like to see.